I moved in house because I thought the isolation would do me good. After the divorce, I needed space to think, to be away from everyone. The rental ad called it serene and peaceful. I didn't realize it meant silent. The first night, I barely slept. The water leapt softly against the shore, but something about the stillness unnerved me. Around 3 a.m., I heard a faint dripping sound. I thought it was a faucet I'd forgotten to turn off. But when I checked the kitchen and bathroom, everything was dry. The dripping continued. It seemed to be coming from outside. I stepped onto the porch, the chill of the night air sinking into my bones. The moon glinted off the lake's surface, but nothing seemed out of place. Yet the dripping persisted, steady and deliberate, like water falling from something wet. The next day, I tried to shrug it off. Maybe it was an animal or the dock settling in the cold. By evening, I'd convinced myself it was nothing. But the sound came back that night. Louder. I stayed in bed, gripping the sheets, telling myself it was in my head. Then I heard the creak of the porch boards, slow and deliberate. Someone, or something, was out there. I crept to the window and peeked through the blinds. At first, I saw nothing. Then my eyes adjusted to the dark. A figure stood on the dock, staring at the water. Their hair hung in wet clumps, and their clothes clung to their body as if they'd just climbed out of the lake. "Hey!" I called out, my voice trembling. The figure didn't move. I grabbed the flashlight from the counter and stepped outside, my heart pounding. When I shined the beam onto the dock, the figure was gone. The only sound was the soft ripple of the water. I didn't sleep that night. The following morning, I found wet footprints leading from the dock to my porch. They stopped at the front door. That night, the dripping started again. This time, it was inside the house. I followed the sound, shaking, to the bathroom. The faucet wasn't running, but the sink was full. The water rippled as if something had just moved beneath the surface. I backed away, and that's when I saw it. In the mirror above the sink, a pale face stared back at me. But it wasn't my reflection. Its eyes were sunken, lips blue, and strands of dark hair stuck to its bloated cheeks. Behind me, I heard wet footsteps slapping against the floor. I ran. When I reached the front door, it was already open. A trail of water led down the steps, back toward the lake. I haven't gone back inside since. I'm writing this from my car, parked on the dirt road leading to the highway. But even here, I can hear it. Drip, drip, drip.